Life's a game, the world's a stage, and we are merely role players where theatrical people play, or have played, role-playing games. I'm Matt, I've been your compere for this main house production, and I'm joined backstage by the players, the cast of that production.
Hello, I'm Strat, and I played Briar the Monstrous.
Hi, I'm Helen, I played Melody the Constructed.
Hello, I am Nat, I played Gwynned the Divine.
Hello, I'm Marta, and I play Harper the Searcher.
We've got some end-of-session admin to do, but first, does anybody have any, immediate, I need to splurge these thoughts?
There was such a lot that happened and that we don't know the full repercussions of at the moment, that I almost feel like I don't have anything to say. I feel like I'm kind of in watch and wait.
It's slightly sort of... It's becoming a bit of a Vigil pattern of we solved the immediate problem. Mm-hmm. We got the people who were immediately in danger out of danger, but bigger things are happening that we haven't been able to deal with.
Yeah. In Harper's experience, it's this is the third time where we go in to fix something relatively simple, apparently, and then we come out the other way and it's the end of the world. Usually related to whim in some way.
Not intentionally this
First
time.
you were almost dead, then you were a god, and now ...
This is just scheduling. Of all of Harper's sessions been with... Nat and...
and every time we come out the other side, having broken something.
Yeah.
This is not directly my fault.
No, I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying, there's a pattern.
Do you break things in the sessions that Marta's not in?
I mean, in Gwynned, I didn't personally break it, but I did. I threw Graham into a wall, and he was very cross at that.
I'm just saying that maybe it's Marta and not you.
That's true.
It could be me.
Yeah.
Or rather Harper.
No.
And her sunny disposition.
I said what I said.
Well, we've got lots to deal with. We've got lots of new threats on the board, so let's try and get you all some XP so that you are better equipped to deal with them, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, please.
So we're going to ask 4 questions. If we do 1 to 2 yeses, you will all get 1 experience. If we get 3 to 4 yeses, you'll all get 2. Let's be honest, we almost always get all yeses.
We're very good at our job.
Yes. Let's go through it because it's fun to talk about the session through this lens.
Yes.
Did we conclude the current mystery?
Yes.
Everybody's shadows were going missing and getting kidnapped, and you got them all back.
Yeah.
Hooray! 1 yes.
Do we figure out who... the Raven was fighting no one.
The Raven was
I'm fighting for
goons.
justice, but just...
The Raven thought that all the goons were trying to kill the mayor and was like, I'm going to protect the mayor because I'm justice.
Yeah.
And the mayor is law.
So the goons were the ones taking the shadows to fight this guy. Again, it's like an Ouroboros. I'm like, there was nothing happening here. You made it all this.
It's comic book world. Comic book logic.
Yeah, they were kidnapping the goons were kidnapping the shadows on the mayor's orders to attack City Hall. And the Raven thought they were protecting the mayor, but actually the mayor was behind it all because it always goes all the way to the top.
Yeah.
But the Raven was too, simplistic about the justice and the righteousness to see that it went all the way to the top. They needed a detective.
Which worked out because he wanted us there, especially with you, to steal the fire.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Anyway, did we save someone from certain death or worse?
Yeah.
Yes. Melody.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
And all the shadows.
Yeah, we think so. If we hadn't, jumped into battle with the Raven as early as we had, and the Raven had actually managed to destroy some shadows, that person isn't coming back at dawn.
Okay.
So, congrats. I mean, we didn't know that. We never saw the threat. It was always a little bit, is Jackie just full of shit?
Yeah.
I mean, yes.
She seemed so uncertain.
Yeah.
It seemed nonsensical ramblings.
Yeah.
And yet, sometimes as a goddess, you have to answer nonsensical ramblings.
Yeah.
All right, that's 2 yeses. We saved some people from certain death or worse. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
I think so.
Let's dig into this. What did we learn that's new and important about the world?
The devil owns England.
Yeah.
Merlin is a...
Skeleton.
I was going to say something else, but Merlin is a skeleton and really into capitalism.
Yeah.
And apparently the deal has been finalised. And so I guess it's only a matter of time now until he owns England.
England, meaning we don't know.
But doing what
To
with
do
it?
what with it?
What has the devil been doing with England as the devil has been owning England? And what is Merlin going to do that is like this? Maybe this is good.
Maybe it's just new boss, same as the old boss. Maybe there'll be no difference.
Different ownership, same shite.
Yeah.
Also, who owns America? Never asked him.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe the Emperor of America.
Yeah.
Who is an actual...
Who resides in the Gulf of America.
He's a historical figure. He exists. Look him up.
Yep. Maybe that's his collateral.
I mean, we learned where your shadow went
Yes.
Yeah.
and what it's been doing all this time.
Mm-hmm.
This might be touching on our final question, which is, did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Yes.
We tackle these the same. New and important things we've learned about the world and or each other.
Look at me like,
Yeah.
Yes. Harper is just a tool, in every sense of the word.
Oh.
I mean, kind of true.
We learned that divine power can be siphoned and taken and copied.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And used for, again, we're not entirely sure, because everything is like covered in flames or outlined, but we don't really know what the repercussions of that actually are. You now have a dainty little panic room in Shadowland.
Got myself a nightclub.
Yeah.
Yep. Gonna have some wild fey parties in there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
We learned a little about sort of the nature of realms and
Yes.
different realms being mirrors or shadows of either people or opinions or places and that sort of thing. So a little bit about like the origin of this shadow realm where we spent a lot of the time today, but also that might tell you things about some of the other realms that we visited or heard about.
I guess we didn't quite learn, or maybe you did and I didn't quite pick up on it, was... so the Shadow Realm, as it stands, had been very comic booky. Previous to that had been very film noir.
Mm-hmm.
But before film noir existed, the Shadow Realm existed.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so what was it like before? But Merlin was in the Shadow Realm before film noir existed.
Presumably.
Sombra mentioned that it was just darkness until
Just
I
darkness
showed
and
up.
light, yeah.
So it was like all shadow, there's no light.
No vibe.
No nothing. It was just a void of...
Yeah.
That's what
And it might be what we've got with sort of the other stops on the ghost train is sort of like almost snapshots of how people saw England at different times. So like we've seen a bit of Albion in Cam's epilogues, which is a bit more like fairy tale England with witches in cottages and giants and things. And we've seen Fairyland, which doesn't seem to be a reflection of England necessarily, but is like something that people used to believe was underground. And we've heard about things like the sunlit uplands, which is a Brexity phrase, which might suggest this, or Blighty is another stop. So it suggests that they might be like different ways people saw the place at different times. So it might be that there are sort of multiple splinter American ones as well.
Yeah.
And that this one is just, this is how America saw itself at a certain point.
Which is the one that Merlin chose, which is quite interesting, because I would have thought he'd pick... Well, he couldn't pick Albion or one of the more Arthurian versions of it, but even with the American one, I'm like, this is the moment in time that really, like, stuck with you. Great.
Changed him. Changed his whole
That 1929 crash really did a number on the map.
Made him into a skeleton. Still want to know why he's a skeleton.
Why is Merlin a skeleton?
Mechanically, the outcome of that is we've got 4 yeses, so everybody take 2 XP. Nice. I feel like we actually rolled pretty well for a lot of this.
Yeah.
That's the only XP that I've got this entire session.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huh. It's been succeeding.
Which
all
is
the way.
incredibly rare for me.
Yeah.
So 2, right? So that's...
I had one dodgy roll, so I am leveling up now.
Hooray!
And I'm going to take... it's an additional constructed move called Very Resilient. Your body has 2 armour.
Whoa,
Nice.
This
that's
does not
beefy.
stack with any other armour, but I didn't have any. It's interesting. I'm just looking at the constructed's purposes, and I picked Guardian, which is the protect someone, but I could have been warrior for the start, and she's definitely becoming a hybrid of those 2.
Yeah, and I picked Diane's powers from your playbook as well, so she was just made for a different purpose. She's got the assistant one.
Yes.
Just you give
Absolutely.
a +2 bonus when successfully helping out. Anybody else level up?
I did, but in game.
Strat leveled up on in game in
you
session.
fill your
and
little
gained a
Happy
whole
hole.
haven.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
A lovely bit of incorporating a
So
level
good.
up in the fiction as we went.
So
I was torn because I was either going to do that or I was going to get Charles to steal a bit of the divine power and get a smite move just so I could take from Matt's playbook. But then the flame went everywhere. I was like, oh, everyone's got a flame. I don't want it anymore.
special.
Classic Briar logic there.
Yeah.
I have been wondering if it's possible for Harper to use the flame that she's got for more Wi-Fi charging. I don't know how that would work. I don't really understand how you've taken the electricity even. So
I didn't. Charles did. Charles can steal anything.
Here's the thing, though. This is all because you know they're Fae and they've got it all wrong. You found a way of not only stealing but storing electricity without a time limit. The money in that. The money.
you don't need.
I don't need money. I've got a nightclub.
I know, but the world would you would literally own the world.
The mechanics
Elon
of it
Musk.
as well.
No one has managed to do that, and everyone wants to know how.
I believe
to
in
store
Dream
electricity.
Big, in Dream Big, we actually saw Charles put the electricity in his pocket.
Yes.
I know, it's like you could rule the world. No one tell him.
But that's also the Fae mentality, right? Like they've got a wonderful nightclub.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I don't need electricity. It's just a fun little sparkly toy.
You could
It
get a
means
lot of
nothing to me.
deals. Done.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I mean. It's like,
yeah.
you're like, who wants a deal? Who wants some electricity?
I'm not Merlin, though.
Yeah, also
Thank goodness.
not a demon. That's a very
not a
demon thing to do,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I guess. All my experiences reading about Fae, they're kind of pricks. Generally.
Oh, yeah.
For human beings, like for our level of like morality.
He's kind of naughty rather than actually tricky and
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
And also, like, in the folklore, there is a lot of interchangeable terminology used between, like, spirits, fae, fairies, demons. They're often the same thing. So we are making distinctions in our setting, but they often weren't.
Briar's, I forget what it's called, is his, the pure drive, which is my curse, is joy. So I just do things.
Oh, you're one of those.
Yeah,
Good.
just do stuff that's going to make me happy. Or just is fun.
Whatever sparks joy.
Exactly. A small ball of electricity in a badger's pocket is what sparks joy.
Yes, so that was quite near the end of the session, so it's very fresh in my mind. I very much enjoyed how you built that level up into a solution
Yes.
for what was going on, because there were a lot of things to pull together at the end there.
Yeah.
I know we're still sort of looking at Harper's level up, but I was going to say that is one of my stars. Is it felt like a very Briar solution to I could go and hit some stuff around, but what fun can we have here? And just leaning into the noir world, the comic book world, setting up a speakeasy, and making a Fae party wherever you go is perfect. It's great.
Yeah.
I loved everybody's noir world glow-ups. They were all perfect.
I liked the choice of unspecified scandal. Like that made it into the press. I really enjoyed, because it could have been
Mayor is a skeleton.
like there was like you could have picked any scandal, right? But you decided to go with an unspecified scandal because that is what you had been given, or because that was the most fun. I don't know, but I really
And also
liked it.
to sort of play up the fact that it didn't matter what the scandal was for the purposes of like destroying the Raven's faith in the system. It just had to be a scandal.
Yeah, and it meant that we didn't get into anything like nasty,
any skeletal mechanics.
The headline writers could have had a lot of fun with skeletons in closets, though.
Yes.
Because we got into some anatomy at the very beginning of the session at the Winter King's tree. So it's fine that we didn't get into it at the end.
I was like, how do they? I don't want to think about this. And Harper's like, I don't want to know, please.
Harper does know now, though. You can't unsee those things.
How do shadow babies happen? As far as I know, they're like amoebas. They just
Merlin was really well played, Matt, in terms of making sure that he did get hit by a sword. Because I know that you don't feel great about it. But my instinct was to do exactly the same thing. And there's no way that Melody would have, because of the lack of reaction to the gun, she wasn't going to try that again.
Oh, interesting.
Potentially we would be better off if she had just shot him in the skull. But she wasn't going to do that because he seemed unfazed by the warning shot. I had interpreted that as okay, they do something, but they're not going to do enough in this situation, so it's got to be the sword. So it was either yours or the one that I had on loan.
Yeah.
So don't feel too bad because that was going to happen either way.
Oh really. Yeah, no, for sure. I personally don't feel bad. I think it's one of those moments like playing straight into the narrative. And I'd spent some of the session feeling a little bit smug because I'd predicted some things that you were pulling out as you did them.
Which ones?
Oh, so Merlin, I'd literally mouthed to Helen like 5 seconds before. But I've been thinking of it, and I've been like, oh, I know what this is. And then maybe it was there was something else. Maybe I can't remember if it was the Raven or not. There's something,
We've been playing together long enough. You're like, you're in my head about that stuff. Strat was in my head about what the monster's weakness was going to be. Clearly.
So then to have like fallen into the trap of of course that's
if
what
it wasn't
wanted,
if it wasn't one of you, it was going to be it coming out of Harper's shadow or something like that. I was like, can I get Harper to do it? Can I get her to release this power so that he can use it?
Yeah, that's why I was torn about it. Because I was like, he clearly wants something. And like before they came, I think when the glass shattering thing happened, my first thing was like, we need to get out of here. Yeah. Because Harper's instinct was this guy is 16,000 moves ahead of us. Mm-hmm. And whatever he wants, we have it and we need to get, I didn't know what it was at the time. It's like, we need to just get out here right now. And then we didn't. And I was like, well, I guess.
Harper's justified again.
Yeah. No, it's like, same way that I was like, she knew. It's like, if it's my shadow, I swear to God, if it's my shadow.
Here's the funny thing. It wasn't until you said that.
Oh, there you go. I'm not playing into the narrative, literally creating the narrative.
Yeah. I take the pieces that I am given. It was just going to be like a random denizen of the world that Gwynn's magic seeped into and decided to get a thirst for justice. But as soon as you were like, I was like, of course Harper's shadow must have been knocking around this place all this time. Yeah. Let's do something with it. And it gave you that nice moment of reuniting with it at the end.
It fits so perfectly.
Yeah. I was worried it's either the shadow or it's my brother, sister, missing sibling.
Yeah.
You really need to decide on that.
That's the thing. I don't know if we ever actually, I need to listen back because I don't know if we actually left it vague or decided. I can't recall. But yeah, there were loads of very good moments. The Jackie stuff was nice because she's someone who's been in an adventure with us previously, so she was nice.
Yeah, it's always fun to sort of revisit people and see where they are now.
And she was never like, I feel like we were a little bit harsh on Jackie because she was never truly the big bad. She was
there was the other
by Max Dashwood.
Max Dashwood,
who was the real nasty one. She was misguided and a bit of an idiot, maybe.
But now she does the thing. There's a thing. It's a thing with Jackie. Now she does that with you. Yeah. I'm like, girl, get a spine,
Be your own boss.
Be your own boss woman.
But it's not, I feel like it sort of almost cements the victory over Max Dashwood, that she is now like not putting her faith in the power of the Sorcery Guild and the powerful wizards anymore. She's putting her faith in you guys.
What an idiot.
I was curious, how does Melody feel like about, because I know Harper hates the whole magical weird thing because it's just such a, it was imposed on her and she's not. But you being in town and having to go on these adventures and sometimes being a bit like, I don't know what to do in this situation. Like I'm just, having my little cafe, I'm just minding my own business.
Well, yeah, it's just a battle with passing as human, I think, on an emotional level, where in Dream Big there's a moment where she's like, do I go in and help and risk exposing myself as not human, or do I hold back? And now everything can be seen. She's sort of ceasing to hold back, but she's not magical enough to necessarily know what to do in every moment. But I think her sort of desperation to be human is what motivates her to protect everyone and everything. It's sort of empathy.
She might not always have all the pieces of exactly what's going on in the situation, but always that fallback default move of get between people and danger is very nice. That's a consistent character. And I love Melody as a mentor to Diane now that Diane is fully on your side.
Yeah. It's quite flawed mentor, I think. Like, I just think Melody's not going to teach her everything perfectly.
neither do human beings.
No,
It's like, listen, you're going to need a therapist. Welcome to humankind.
Out of the entire group, you are probably the best person to do it, though, if you think of the other options.
Yeah, because these guys were not giving good advice.
Definitely like moral compass vibes coming from Melody.
Yeah.
But I did just I was very happy for her to be involved in the orgy. Whilst I'm not clear at this point how long she has been in her current form. So I don't know if she's 6 months and I put her in the orgy, or if it's but I still just went, yeah, that's fine, because she's not a baby.
No, she's had schooling. She knows how to ride a horse.
And also, if her brain or her head belonged to a non-child, would that have an effect? Because it's like a finished brain, which is not a developing organ.
It's Frankenstein vibes rather than Poor Things vibes.
Yeah, quite.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She was made to be a killing machine, so this is more wholesome.
Yeah.
I want to give a quick shout out to Briar's monologue, inventing journalist, inventing the time, playing with the time, and doing the whole get me these pictures.
Get me pictures of Spider-Man. Cracking monologues.
Yes,
from a few people today. I really enjoyed Harper's persuading her shadow back to herself. That was very nice.
And just your general world weariness throughout the whole thing. It's like, oh, for God's sake, I have to.
It's tricky to play her because it's you never know if it's too much. In character, it makes sense. But people who are like that can be a lot, a bit of a downer and a drag. It's she's balancing out some more.
When you've got the other characters throwing themselves into it wholeheartedly, and Gwynned playing the villain I thought that was an inspired choice to do that rather than fight.
That was very nice. I had, for anyone who knows Shakespeare, it was very Ariel in The Tempest.
Yeah.
That kind of scene where they show up and just scare the people shitless. It's great. It's
No, and I think you're pitching Harper just right. It would be interesting if you were ever in one with Ed Kincaid, right?
I've heard this before. This is not the first time.
And I almost feel like you'd have to pick the other two really carefully. But I still think it could work.
Is it possible to have a conversation made up of purely people sighing?
Yeah, bit of eyebrow movement, sighing.
Statler and Waldorf.
Eye rolling so hard you can hear it. Yeah. I need to level up, by the way.
The last one where you're restricted to just the standard level.
Just a regular. So I'm going to do +1 weird.
Yay.
That's interesting. So you're going to lean into weird.
Yeah, now you got a bit of magic.
Yeah. 2 shadows, some magic, why not?
You're going to be an extremely motley bunch by the end of this.
Just not very cool. Very very wimpy.
So how do you think that using magic would be reluctant from Harper? Do you think is she actively trying to embrace it? Would she want to come to the Morrigan cave in the woods?
I think that's step number 2. Okay. I think first she's going to try and figure out the new shadow situation and how that works and what I don't know. Because we don't mechanically nothing yet, but maybe when I get to advanced improvements, some new skills can be justified. Narratively through that or not. I don't know how that's going to work.
And in the first instance, even before it gives you any moves or powers or anything, it potentially gives you access to more knowledge and more memories that you can use for investigating mystery and that sort of thing.
Just note to self, apparently, ask. As if I hadn't done that plenty of times. And then I don't quite know, that's something that would be cool to, we'll look into it in the future. Obviously, we took the fire, but I don't know what that means. Genuinely, Marta and Harper. No, we don't know what that looks like. Can I summon it? Does it just kind of happen? So we'll have to sort of fuck around and find out.
Maybe it's just if you try to do magic, then that's kind of infusing the the vibe of it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because I think she also wants to experiment with going back to Shadowland and seeing how that works, but it's very risky.
Maybe you're an outlaw there now.
Yeah. Oh, my office. But we don't know the mayor got what he wanted, so it wouldn't be very useful to go after me at this point. I don't know. Because I'm still the bridge, right? Or am I done? She said I was done.
You don't know.
He's like, you're done with you did your thing. You're done. So I don't know.
Shrug.
Was it? I guess this might be something you're not going to answer. Was it always was it sort of like any well of magic power that he needed, or was it specifically divine magic power?
I think he could probably, if we sort of look at his motivations, anything that he could use to tie his realm more closely to England would have worked. But it was because we already had those established events of Gwynned being brought there injured and Sombra being brought there with the holy fire in them.
Yeah.
That it just made sense that it was going to be Morrigan magic.
Yeah.
So if we would have a different group of people, maybe it would have been different.
Could have been a different world where he'd tried to take Briar's magic or Jess's if she were here. Or
well, you know, I mean, Briar's sort of also made a bridge between England and Shadow. So
3.
I'm looking forward to see, because I've got a lot of Fae denizens in my tree who are going to be very interested, and I'm interested to know what the impact of all the Fae folk from the forest going and working in a nightclub
and they would love to play dress up in that world.
Exactly, like that's like the ultimate.
You can actually have 3 raccoons in a trench coat.
Actually can but that nightclub is going to be run and frequented by Fae who are going to be affected by the world but also affect the world. So I'm interested to know how much that criminal empire builds.
That was another bit that I didn't plan ahead, but that was just perfect in the improv in the moment, was Briar becoming like a cartoon character in this in that world and getting bonked. It being funny but still taking the heart.
Actually, I was going to add to my list of stars earlier, Matt, was just the use of the sort of the comic book world and the tropes from it was really fun and worked really well. I think like it didn't feel, because you'd already established that the Shadow realm had this sort of noir vibe and was already a little bit sort of stylized and weird and fun. Like it felt like a great natural progression for it, and obviously great opportunities for us to lean into it as well. But the Raven, very fun.
Yeah, no very copyright infringement. Thank you very much. DC, get off our backs.
Just enjoyed getting to do that voice.
Yeah.
Say ridiculous, over the top things.
And then just her getting slightly flustered by Gwynned just being like, "What are you doing?"
Justice.
Being presented with the ridiculousness of it, like actually questioning, like, what, why?
But that's it. It's like something comes from out. You're in this black and white world where you can get away with just being like, "Well, I'm justice, and that's how it works," and somebody else coming in from somewhere else where those aren't the rules.
Yeah,
just holding up that mirror and pointing out how ridiculous it is. Worked perfectly.
Nuance comes to town.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Alternative boss from beyond. This was Nat's first ever full success.
Full success.
You were rolling really well today.
I know, I was. Making up for all of the... Well, I say making up, I didn't get any experience, so...
Question, because maybe I missed this, but when you ascended to godhood, your boss from beyond is now the people that pray to you.
Yes.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm like, no, we don't insult her that much, because we still need her to worship me.
That's beginning, because I don't know if Harper knew that instinctively. That's very, that's rules of like, God is a god as long as someone prays to them.
This is the whole point of like saying to Briar, like, we gain power from the stories the humans tell about us.
Fair.
Right.
So a mixed success, which is you get asked to do something complicated but still get to ask your question, would have been everybody's prayers to get the power back on finally reaching enough critical mass for that to be the prayer, because I figured that would be complicated because that would bring you in conflict with Briar and his crew potentially, because Charles wasn't going to want to give it up. And then for something terrible, if you'd rolled a fail, you would have actually heard from Olwen, who is travelling back from Albion with Cam, to say, we're trying to get back to England, but there's a shadow over the realm that is blocking our path, and some being is anchoring it, and we need you to get rid of that being. so that we can get in.
That didn't work out great for them.
No, because I would have had to kill Harper.
Yeah. But now they can't come in anyways?
Well, because you didn't roll that didn't happen, so that might not be why they're not here.
Okay.
It's a Schrodinger's thing.
I see. Yeah, good to know.
But that's just in case you're interested in what I had in mind.
Yeah.
I think we saw
I
all
hope
of
Cameron gets back via the Shadow Realm, because I would love to see what the Shadow Realm would do to Cameron.
It's interesting though, because now that we have the mayor as an antagonist, I guess, would it be that you can only be in your club safely the minute you step out of it? The protections
There's some dangerous streets.
done, right?
Yeah.
This city's hungry.
Sin City, 100%.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to turn into.
People know,
Seedy,
all those gangsters, they know that shit can't go down in that nightclub. Because always in those things you have like that neutral ground where it's all agreed that you're not going to kill people. It's the Continental in John Wick. It's all that sort of stuff. So that's the protection from that side of things.
The mayor's shadows can drink in there, but they can't start anything.
Yeah.
It feels like, because I might be wrong, but there was a time when, because of censorship and the way film worked in the States, a lot of these gangster movies and noir things were quite, let's say, innocent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when like couples slept in separate beds and things like that, where you watch the film and you're like, I'm sorry, what? Everyone's drinking like a sailor, but do not sleep in the same bed, even though you're married. And it feels like now we've brought in like the gritty, real life, real dirty, like dripping with dirt noir, like modern noir, which is the same. It's charming, it's beautiful, but it's actually kind of violent and fucked up. For real now.
You'll know by now, lovely audience, whether we chose to call this season Vigil Dripping with Dirt.
I'm going to veto that. More than I veto Shadowfall.
Vigil, how big is the knob?
How big?
Is your knob?
I really need to know.
'Cause I'm living in a world of fools.
This is how Melody heals up.
Yeah.
Oh, very, very quick shout out. But you just reminded me, Matt, with the different options it could have been. I think the little moment at the start where Briar was like, no, you will not take the buck, and trying to do the deal and then just sulking because I was trying to get around it. Just the little chess play was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was you really played up the petulant mischief side, and I enjoyed that a lot.
I think Brian knew deep down it wasn't going to work really, and feels like you just kind of offered him that. Like, you are now you're 1/3 of a god / all 3/3 of the god somehow, and they can't really get over with you, but you kind of let them, but they kind of don't like it.
Are they friends now?
Yeah.
Again? Yeah.
As much as
they held her hand.
Yeah.
They were allowed to come over for tea.
Yeah, you're invited back to the orgies, I guess.
More important things to deal with, unfortunately.
Yes, so let's wrap up with what everybody's characters' main priorities are going to be. I feel like they're snowballing. I've asked you this more than once, and your priority remains most times get Cameron and Jess back from Fairyland. Yeah. But is that still top of the priority list, or have you got others now?
I mean, we'll figure out how to fight the devil, right? Because that's what's tying everything together. I mean, we don't know like the powers that are stopping Cameron. In World, we don't know the powers that are stopping Cameron and Jess from
It's scheduling.
In World, we know. But yeah, that's sort of tying together both the imminent threat from the Shadow Realm and the threat from Graham is all kind of leading down to Inferno, right? And that's something that she's sort of not faced. So that is scary, even being the most powerful she's ever been. Yeah, like I said in the little sort of epilogue-y bits, like there was a brief moment in this where she remembered that she was part Fae, and there was little bits of silly fun and little banter bits with Briar, which was lovely, but has probably descended back into the the focused weight of the world on her shoulders, pacing it back and forth in the cave again.
Just grooves slowly being created.
Brooding.
From the high and mighty and divine, what's Melody thinking these days?
I think it's got to be, got to be the same thing, that how can she be helpful in the face of momentous things? Like, she does have some curiosity about her creator, but actually she is much more focused on Sheridan and protecting the life that she has, rather than looking back all of that time. But, she understands her limitations, that she can only help if she's part of the right group that have the right information, ultimately.
Briar's a nightclub owner now? Is that your top? Is that just what you are now? Is that your life?
They got a business to run. They got suppliers to deal with.
Oh no, you've also been infected with capitalism.
Brian also does one cam back and is just generally annoyed with Seelie Faye and all of their shit. And seeing as they don't know exactly what's going on, it's probably just blaming them because that's who they would like to blame. Because if anything's going down bad in the community of fairies, it will be those posh bastards.
They will have been, in any intel that Gwynned gets, Briar would know. Briar and Ginny would be the first people to know.
Yeah. And maybe, with Ginny gone as well, she could do a bit of help in Fairy. She's been gone for a bit, yeah. She can handle herself, but, she's not a fae, so she's in danger there. But also, yes, got a nightclub. So it's very hard, because you could just go and be in a nightclub all the time. And that's a lot of joy there.
I was going to say,
just...
when that's what's driving you, you might end up turning away from the big problems and just going and...
Yeah, I think the cat will be less frequently at Melodies.
Yeah.
Because there is a source of joy nearby. But also, lots of pranks at Melodies. Yeah. So, yeah.
And what about when Harper finishes dissociating in her flat?
I have a paper.
Oh yeah,
I need to finish my courses.
That's got to remain a priority.
Pass this year. That would be good. Yeah, because this has gone from bad to worse real quick. Harper is going to do what he always does, which is dive into research, I guess. Mm-hmm. The devil it's interesting for her because this is a character for whom weird has been a part of her life since she was a child. But everything is kind of conceptual, even. If you asked her, she'd probably be like, I don't believe in God, even though you are technically a kind of God. But it's all just like...
What do you mean, kind of? Hello.
You are. A more pagan, traditional kind of God, rather than the modern version of it. The devil is one of those concepts you hear about, he's a demon, he's a this, he's a that, but this is the devil. So it's weird. It's strange, but also it's fairly well documented. There's a lot on this guy. And the first thing that came to my own mind, even with the whole, let me sell England, even before the Fae, or maybe that's why the Fae are this way, the devil is all about the deals, signing contracts.
You say there's lots and lots of history and documentation about the devil, and almost all of them are stories about people outwitting him.
And I'm like, can we challenge the legality of the sale of England or his ownership? Let's take this to the court.
The finale of Vigil will be a courtroom drama.
Yes.
I object.
I object about yes.
I demand trial by fiddle contest.
It's just loopholes. Finding loopholes, figuring out how he owns it, why he's selling it, and also linking back, trying to find out more about Merlin and what he intends to do now that he, quote unquote, owns England, and so the repercussions for all of them, and sort of trying to find the new normal yet again with her own existence and the shadows and what it all means, and maybe try and accept the weird a bit more, maybe because fighting it apparently wasn't the right call, which is also a bit of a humble pie to eat at this point.
It'll be easier to manage now that she can charge her phone again.
Oh yes, I know. I think that's
Sometimes.
It's sometimes.
Not when you really need it.
When a badger thinks it's appropriate.
She's going to go download. She's going to massive download everything so she can access it.
And all of you should go and massively download everything that we've made.
Yes.
Segue. We need to pay off next time Helen's playing, I owe you your animating force going on the blink.
Yes.
And Harper, I owe you a flashback.
Yeah. Also, melons. Little melons.
Oh yeah, the tokens that we use for hold in this game are little skulls.
Cute
Little melons. He's been here the whole time.
I need to up my joy as well somehow.
What do you mean?
Well, I used luck, so
I sort of let that ride because you then did a whole mischievous scheme at the very end.
Yeah. Oh, the badges that we looked at the start.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
Yes.
Oh, for a second, my brain heard badges, and I was like, wait, what? Patches.
So now, on reflection, the
know.
stag representing the tree that the Winter King died in, perhaps.
Interesting.
We've
So
got
that's
obviously the devil.
There's
Yeah,
a colour
devil.
scheme.
Oh
black and
yeah,
white.
it's all black
That's
and white.
gone.
Yeah.
Can we miss that? The
So
raven.
there's lots of raveny things.
Yeah. I can't tell.
You probably don't recognise me without my cape or my pointy hat with stars on it.
Well, and we had a superhero in there.
That's
Yeah.
true.
True.
I don't think we didn't describe a cape, but still.
If first you don't succeed, run. Was that don't try and kill
Don't
Merlin?
That is general advice for all these sessions,
Yeah.
I think, and also it happened to be black and white.
Yeah.
Is that Harper's motto? It was just don't first. I think it's that. Yeah, I can't see that with a reflection. What's that?
So there's a sort of a warrior in
Oh,
armour.
with sword.
Well, there you go.
General idea of like
And
paladins of Morrigan, chosen ones.
but also
vibes.
ram horns on the helmet,
Yeah.
a la the devil.
And a cute little sprite.
Yeah.
Lizard sprites. And the classic comedy tragedy masks.
Yes, which aren't a hint about anything particular in this session. Just drama. Well, thank you all so much for playing.
Yay, thank you, man. It was so fun.
Thank you.
And we'll see you all again for the next production. This has been Vigil, a main house production from Merely Roleplayers. It stars Marta da Silva as Harper, Natalie Winter as Gwynned, Helen Stratton as Melody, and Strat as Briar. I'm Matt Boothman, and I play the supporting cast. Editing and sound designer by me, and the theme music is by Alexander Pankhurst. We were playing Monster of the Week, a role-playing game by Michael Sands, published by Evil Hat Productions. You can find Monster of the Week at genericgames.co.nz. Merely Roleplayers is a Foggy Outline production in association with Blackshaw Theatre Company. Until next time, if drama be the food of life, play on.
I had a +1 forward that I'd never spent.
Oh no, we forgot. I forgot to give you a token for it. That's why.
That's
Such
fine.
lovely
I
tokens.
didn't have the visual representation.
I've been sat here wondering what I could have done to try and remember with the tokens right in front of me.
Foggy Outline. Undivide your world.